everyone, welcome to my channel. I am taking a look at the signs and the energies around the eclipse in Sagittarius on the 26th of March. Now, Sagittarius is associated with relationships, so it's going to affect your relationship with the various areas of your life. Every sign is going to be affected in a different area of their life. We are looking into those areas and what Spirit is wanting to highlight for you. Okay, just to give you guidance. If you are able to know which areas are going to be affected by change, it's always nice to know. It might be long awaiting, but it might also help you to align your energies with the changes coming so that you experience it in a positive way and not resist it or go against it and make things difficult for yourself. Okay, so that is what we are doing at the moment. I'm going to ask you to take a few deep breaths. Take a moment. Center yourself, settle into your intuition. Ask your guides and your keepers to guide you through this reading. I've blessed the space. You've entered a sacred space. But ask your guides to help you to know what is for you and what is not. Sometimes there are things we need to know because they serve our greatest good, but we push up against them. We're not open to hearing them. And if Spirit knows how to bring us messages to help us know, maybe that's something I've got to look at, and then it actually serves and helps you. But not everything in a general reading is for you, and so you will need to rely upon your intuition. Okay? If it vibrates over here, or in your solar plexus, then maybe pay attention. Okay. If you want to pause, you can do so to light a candle, cleanse your space. Whatever you feel you want to do to connect with the energies, you go ahead and do that. Thank you, Spirit. We are taking a look at the energies that are coming in during this eclipse in Sagittarius. And we are looking at Capricorn. The areas that will be affected for you, Capricorn, will be you will need to let go of inclinations. When you are inclined to do this, when you are inclined to do a particular thing, when you find yourself in a certain situation, you are inclined to do that. When you find yourself dealing with a particular person, you are inclined to do that. So these inclinations that might be outdated, that might be hindering you, that might need to change because newness has come into your life and you need to align with that. Those are the inclinations that are going to come under the microscope, and where Spirit is going to bring about change with these inclinations that do not serve you and are outdated. Okay, so think about inclinations that you know you have that you realize might not be great for you, you know, that you've known for a while you should probably change. And allow yourself to align with that. You know, Capricorns have a tendency to be very, very set in their ways. And it's a great thing sometimes. And sometimes for you it's not. And you know this. Okay, so Spirit says that you are so empowered at the moment. And you are so willing to take whatever risk it is that you need to in order to obtain wisdom. You are doing some of the uncomfortable stuff because you want to obtain wisdom and growth. You have been manifesting a lot of good things in your life, and you have also experienced within yourself, you going through certain death processes, but some of you have also experienced, very possibly experienced loss. So there have been changes for you already in your life. But you are eager to keep moving forward in your life, and you are moving towards self-love. There are a lot of things that you are thinking about at the moment, and mostly, you know, there are certain things that you think of fondly. There's someone that you I have lots of good memories with that you're thinking about a lot at the moment, Capricorn. You are working on your relationship with yourself, and this is good. There's self-imposed bondage, and these are very possibly those inclinations that you have that you are releasing yourself from. You've been spending a lot of quiet time looking at things from different perspectives, and this is going to serve you coming out of that, and you will have good outcomes in these areas. It's possible that the person that you are thinking about a lot at the moment is not in the same country or city, or is at a distance for some reason. Okay. But you are going to come full circle. And Spirit is saying to me, you've already started to align with these energies of change. You've already started to align with the changes that are going to come. So this is not going to be so challenging for you. You've already aligned yourself with that and started to look at these inclinations that you have that you would really like to change. Spirit says you're aware of that. Okay, and that's wonderful. So you've already started doing the work. So all you have to do is let it in and allow Spirit to guide you and ask for help where you need. We're looking at Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. We're looking at the energies that will be affecting Aquarius during this eclipse in Sagittarius. Wanting to make the most of the changes that need to take place and are going to occur. Wanting to align with it and make the most of this phase. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Aquarius, so you've been working towards something. You've been taking your time with it. You've been really working on mastering how you use your mind, mental capacity. This has been great in developing your relationship with yourself, your confidence. You're showing up as very single and independent in your energy, but you are moving towards something. Somebody that you experience to be very nurturing and warm. Someone that feels like home to you, but it's almost a bit of a smoky trail that you've got to go down to get back to them. Something happened here. You're not so sure that this person's going to be welcoming of you. But at the same time, you can't stop thinking about them. You have an intuitive connection with this person. And for many of you, you are single. You've walked away from a situation that has not been emotionally fulfilling. And that's because you've been investing in too many places. This is possibly why you've had this fallout or issue with this person that you are wanting to, that you feel is home, that you are wanting to move towards. You were possibly putting your eggs in too many baskets. Were you being naughty, Aquarius? Or did this person just experience you to be non-committal? Whatever it is, though, I see a celebration coming in. It could also be that you experience your person to be that way. And you don't understand why they did that. There is a misunderstanding here, though. There is a misunderstanding here. Things are not what they seem. The two of you are going to come together and talk about this, and the facts are going to be cleared up. Aquarius, the area that is going to change for you is the future. How you've always seen the future. What you've done to contribute towards creating a particular kind of future. And something is going to change you, and you're going to see your future looking differently. Either you and this person are going to speak, this person that feels like home, and you both are going to realize that actually you misunderstood one another. It wasn't at all what you thought. And where you've, for a long time, saw a future maybe with somebody else, you now will see your future differently, you know. You're gonna there's going to be change, and you are going to see your future differently. And Spirit says that you need to align with what you would like your future to feel like and look like. Don't make your future what, you know, many people look towards how they see their future, what they see in their future, who they see themselves with. Spirit says don't do that. Allow yourself to be present with what you want to feel like in your future. And allow Source to do the rest. Trust that Source will bring the right people into your life for you to co-create with, so that you can have the life experience. The experience in house and home and career and in self and in love and all the different areas of your life that you want to feel a particular wellness, well-being in, love in, fullness in. Be with how you want to feel. Allow yourself to behave accordingly. Bring those energies into your life now. That is what's going to create your future. Okay. We're moving on to Pisces. So Aquarius, you are manifesting. You are a powerful manifester and creator. And Spirit is saying right now you get to manifest what you want your future to feel like and to look like based on the energy that you are bringing into your space at this time. And what you allow yourself to focus on at this time. Okay? So tap into manifesting. You're busy creating your future at this time. And you're changing it. You get to change it. You get to shift and change karma. Okay. We're moving on to Pisces. We're looking at what is happening for Pisces at the moment. And the energies that are going to affect Pisces with this eclipse in Sagittarius. Pisces, the area of your life that is going to come into change, that is going to change, is career. Spirit says that you've been in search of a better way of life. Okay? Let's look at what's happening for you, Pisces. What's happening for you regarding career? Okay, you're inspired to... You're inspired to move in a new direction. You're feeling passionate about doing what it is you need to do. You have a new boost of energy. This is good because you are going to have change in your career. You've been very, very emotionally invested in your career. There's been a lot of emotion around your career and your work. So I get the feeling for many of you, your career is something very personal. It's possibly who you are. And those who you work with, those relationships tend to be quite personal. There is a new offer coming in towards you. And there's new beginning for you. You are focused on building what it is that you believe you've come here to build. But I see that cycles need to be closed. And that there is an ending possibly in some of these relationships. Something's going to shift for you career-wise. Something needs to shift. There's been sadness, tears when it's come to these relationships. With these so people that you have relationship with, that you work with in relation to your work, there's been some fallouts and sadness. And this is a pity, because I see that the people that have come into your life were very emotionally invested in you and what you are building. How often is it that we have that, where people come into our lives and they invest in our project, in what matters to us? But something's happened here, because there is a tendency to be guarded around your empire and what you are wanting to build. And there is a my way or the highway kind of attitude. This has led to closing of many of these relationships, even though they've been very invested in you. And this has led to a lot of sadness and heartache. This is not always good. This is not something that always serves. Think about it. If somebody comes in towards you to invest in you, and they invest heart and soul, they are committed to you, your work, and you as if it's their own. So if they feel strongly about something and you refuse to see their side and what they're bringing, you want them to do it your way, and this leads to a falling out, it's a loss. Because perhaps there's a perspective that they see that you don't, and you guard it as if it's about you, but they've also invested as if it's their own. Sometimes when we guard it, so perhaps being less guarded and seeing people's investment for what it is, and being less rigid in the way that you see things should be, or outcomes that you want, is going to serve you more in your career. You've been working on your money, but you've been dissatisfied. And that's possibly because of these emotional upheavals in relation to the people that you're working with. You've had strong connection with some of these people. Strong spiritual connection, soulmate connections with some of these people. And they have brought happiness and worked very, very hard. And someone's coming into your life to do that. Someone could already be in your life or coming into your life to do that. Someone that communicates, has strong communication, but I'm also seeing new. When it comes to your career, there are things that you've been doing a certain way, and you need to ask yourself if it's been working. What needs to change? There are strong emotional ties when it comes to your career and the people you work with. You need to ask yourself if maybe that's something that needs to change. Can it change? If not, then maybe you need to adapt how you handle it. Because if you are in a situation where people need to be emotionally invested, but you want to treat it cold and mechanically like it's a business or professional, then that doesn't. It either needs to be professional or it needs to be emotional. Can't be both. You know what I mean? Both is not going to work. Where does the investment end? Where does the tie end? How much love do you pour in, and how much, professionality do you sort of offer? Those are the kind of boundaries that you need to look at. Boundaries. I'm hearing boundaries. Boundaries with yourself also. Do you have boundaries in relationship with yourself? It's very important. It's a lot of emotion, a lot of water, so it makes sense because you're Pisces, but some new energies coming in. There will be changes in your career. It will do you very well, and you can change. You can have a different outcome this time. It'll do you well to look at where changes are needed and what boundaries need to be set, and where you can maybe release the reins a little bit. But I mean, emotionally, because sometimes you can release the reins with action and give other people those actions, and that's nice, because then they just they give you a break, because then they're doing more of the work. But then if they're not doing it the way that you want, then you take offense to it, or you take it personally, or you see it as an attack, or you see it as a threat because you're guarded. Those are things you need to address. It's affecting your career very possibly. Or you need to understand that there are people that are handling it in that way. Whatever it is for you, Pisces, you need to take what it is that you do into consideration, and the people that you work with. There's a lot there. There's a lot of people. So it's very possible that it's not the kind of thing that you can have a small group, that you do need to lean on other people for various resources, and that it tends to be quite personal. And what is it that needs to be adjusted there? Change is coming in. Change in your career. Your relationship with your career. And the relationships that you have in association with your career. It's also possible for some of you that you've fallen in love with somebody at work that you work with. And this is now, that could be where all that emotion comes in. Okay. Yeah, make the most of this time in realizing that you are going to experience change when it comes to your career, in some area of your career, with regards to your relationship with your career, or relationships you have with people that you work with. And align yourself to be open to whatever changes need to come in, whatever changes you need to make, whatever changes are coming in. Don't push up against it, because it will lead you to happiness. Be open to changing. Okay. So this has been your message. Thank you so much for allowing me to channel, to bring you guidance from Spirit, to help you make the most of these energies during the eclipse. Align yourself with the changes that need to be made in these areas. Be open to the messages that you received. Make the most of it. And move forwards and upwards towards your best life. Thank you. Love and light. Until next time. Bye now.